Today I want to talk about sleep because I'm tired. I've been tired all day. I didn't really sleep well last night. And I'm one of those people where if I just get one night of bad sleep, my whole day is pretty much wrecked. I can't think straight. I'm not really exhausted, but I just don't have much energy. I'm kind of just basically treading water, just trying to make it through the day. And it really takes my memory is shot. It's just a lot of mental and physical damage that happens after even one night of sleep. That's poor sleep, and it's one of these things that is a cornerstone of health. And every client I see, whether it's a therapy or training client, I always stress the importance of mastering your sleep, because honestly, it almost doesn't matter what else you do with your diet or your exercise routine. If your sleep is shitty, you're basically never going to get as much out as you put in with all those other things. So, first and foremost, no matter what somebody's trying to do, if you're just trying to improve your health, if you're trying to become a better athlete, become a better corporate executive, literally anything you do is going to be improved by making sure that your sleep quality is good. And there's a really excellent book called Why We Sleep, written by Matthew Walker, that I definitely recommend. He's a sleep researcher, expert in the field, and goes into in-depth explanations of why we sleep. And a lot of interesting things I learned about animals, and it's kind of cool. One of my theories was kind of validated in that book. I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl. I've always hated mornings. If you've known me for a long time, even when I was a kid, I hated mornings. It got to the point where I would actually skip the first period of school in high school because I just didn't even want to be there. I didn't want to wake up. And so I kind of always had this theory that there's an evolutionary explanation for that. So why are some people early birds and why are some people night owls? And it really is, you're kind of born with that. It's not something that you adopt. And my theory was, back in our hunter-gatherer days, there would probably be one group of people that would be up late to watch over the tribe, make sure no wolves came out of nowhere and tore everybody to pieces in their sleep, while the early birds went to sleep early. Then basically the next shift, those early birds would wake up early so that the night owls could go to sleep. And that was kind of always something that I thought made sense to me. And actually in the book he confirmed that theory. He said that probably is the case. So that was kind of cool to see. It's also interesting to know that basically the entire world runs on an early bird schedule, which does have damaging effect to people like me that are night owls. Our circadian rhythm is set to a certain time to go to sleep and to wake up, and living off that clock has detrimental mental and physical health effects. And so I guess what I really want people to take away today is that first and foremost, whatever you're trying to do, make sure you're creating a healthy sleep routine. That's the biggest mistake everybody makes, is that they don't really have a routine to sleep. It's just kind of something that happens. They think it's going to happen spontaneously, but you have to create a routine that you do pretty much every night to set your body and your mind ready for sleep mode. And of course, I think everybody knows at this point, you don't want to be staring at your bright screen right before bed, because there's a little part of our brain called a pituitary gland, and when light is hitting the retina, that pituitary gland releases melatonin, which most people know is a supplement. It's actually a hormone that's released naturally from our body and from our pituitary gland, which helps to basically prepare our body for sleep. But it's affected by light. So when bright light is hitting our retina, the pituitary gland thinks it's daytime. So it doesn't release melatonin, doesn't prepare your body for sleep, which is why a lot of people just sit in bed all night staring at their phone, complaining about their insomnia. It's not insomnia, it's the fact that you're staring at a bright screen. Now, I know iPhones now have a night shift feature, which changes your screen color and temperature so that it doesn't have that effect. You can also, I like to read my iPad before I go to sleep. I just turn the brightness all the way down, have night shift on, never interferes with my sleep. I'm assuming Android has something like that. Temperature is important, so I have to have it at 66. If it's over 70, you can't fall asleep. So make sure that your temperature is set right. Don't stare at a bright screen for at least an hour. Don't do anything too mentally stimulating. So when I read, I actually read fiction, because that helps to kind of shift my brain from analyzing thinking to a different aspect, basically like creative mode, and that helps me to fall asleep. Have a set bedtime. And, you know, the more earlier you can get before midnight, the better. And that's hard for me because, like I said, I'm a night owl. I'd actually prefer to go to bed sometime between midnight and 2. But if I don't want to feel like shit the next day, I got to be in bed by like 10 or 11. So it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But, you know, if you're not getting at least 7 hours every night consistently, you are hurting yourself. And you're possibly shortening your life. And there's all these, just go pick up the book and learn more about it. But this video is longer than all the rest of them. I could probably go on for another 3 hours, but I'm going to cut it off right here. Focus on your sleep, create a sleep routine, stick to it. It may take weeks or even months, but you will see the benefits. All right, that's it. Take care, y'all.